It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And up next, we'll see Jalen Hurts. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranked...
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. So here are the Commanders making their way out. Bringing them out, the former Tar Heel, second-year pro, Sam Howell.
Howell got the nod for Commanders leadership to be the team starter this year. A nice bump for last year's 5th-round pick. One start as a rookie. It didn't look bad at all, winning the team's finale. And let's not forget, this is a guy who was once viewed as a first-round pick. So there's plenty of promise hidden beneath the surface.
And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Eagles are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They give him a gain of 38. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Running right, here's McAllister. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. A give running left, McAllister. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Hurts.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Strong coverage by Washington, and now fourth down.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Chigakakwo. His third touchdown now on the year.
And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7. The drive so far that time, 5 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2.
They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Beckham in motion right. A fake on the jet sweep as they run with Cook up the middle. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he'll get this up to about...
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
It's a pickup of 12 and a Commanders first down.
It's caught by Aguilar. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 37. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of a football short here on third down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there.
That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg. But how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
Taken at the goal line.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass, obviously. Adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Play action. Here's Hurts.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. Rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Hopkins' kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And he returns this to the 22.
And out and out come the Eagles.
And they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
You talk about this Washington defense.
And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
They go play action with Hurts. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
Jordan Jenkins from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Eagles.
Chris Watkins.
Touchdown number 22 on the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Score 14-6. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. And the Washington offense heading out. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
They start the drive with Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And Howe will throw it. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
So he's 3 for 7 throwing the foot.
Something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. Time usually works.
And a 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
Rodgers on the return. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston.
Chris Watkins.
2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott got on the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Washington offense set to take over again. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Powell finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll go play action. Powell. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Nakobe Dean. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now throwing on third down here. And that is incomplete.
Some chaos from the defense there, and they forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And here's Rodgers on the return. An entertaining start to this one. More to come. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes, it's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
Here's Hurts to throw.
Going deep here for Watkins. This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big, big yardage.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Touchdown!
Calvin Austin
From 10 yards out.
and the Eagles are able to add on to their first half lead.
Elliott now to add the extra point. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And in the end, a Calvin Austin touchdown grab finished the drive off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second and 6. Throwing here, Howell. Hitting Samuel on the slant.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Shreds the tackle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First down, Howell to throw.
He finds his target, Beckham. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. He's got the tight end, Mo Cox. And the Commanders are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1.
Again, it's Cook.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Dalvin Cook, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will cut the lead down to 15. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On first down, Hurts.
Completes it to Austin. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Ready?
On first and 10, it's Hurts.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Second down, here's Hurts. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone, throwing it, You had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
63. Go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Up the middle they go with McAllister. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup. And it gives him a 1st and goal. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now a receiver in motion left. The slot man in motion right. Another run with McAllister. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell.
It's caught by Aguilar. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Faking the handoff. Howell.
That's Samuel, caught left side. And he goes out right around the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more.
Pressure comes. sack.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Howell going to go for it.
A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 12-yard line. In motion comes the tight end left.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
In motion, the tight end.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Going deep here for Watkins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston.
Here's Watkins. 88 yards. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Elliott got on the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From his end zone is Byron Pringle.
Some strong running at the 20.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. First possession of the second half now for Washington. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
40 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Howell out of the shotgun.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Nakobe Dean able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Lots of time is multiple.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and they will take over first and 10. And now out comes Houston. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10
at the 45.
Field team.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
They go play action with Hurts.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing is Hurts.
He's going to try and go deep again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Eagles.
Callum Virgil.
57 yards.
And the Eagles have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the Eagles even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. And the Washington offense going back to work. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They run again on first down. Cook.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Powell.
And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt.
And it will be first and 10 as they take over. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10
at their own 16.
Hey, Silver.
They'll send the tight end in motion left.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Going deep here for Watkins. They got First play there for Houston. 48 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Hurts. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown. Sugar can throw. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Here's Tressway now as he's on for the 5th time here today. On the return, it's Rodgers. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Here's Watkins, 35 yards. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I know they got to be careful not to go to the well too often. It's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete. It's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taking it about the 36. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. Houston set to take over. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be...
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Houston. Quez Watkins, 57 yards. And the Eagles are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Elliott on the extra point. This one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. The 1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. Nolan Smith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Howell. And he's going to go down again. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop it. The offense on 3rd down. Can you believe it? 0 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Here's Howell. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time it yields a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Slot man moves right. On 1st down, Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
In motion goes the tight end.
Hey, easy, 63, like a Hornet.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. This is caught inside the 15.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
A handoff to McAllister, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. On the give, McAllister with it. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They're passing it. That one was incomplete. It's been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches, as a general rule, that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are. Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player.
They like to avoid punting from their own end zone, so they can use something here on third down. Cook up the gut, taking it right down Broadway. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 83 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's first and 10. Throwing here, Howell. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Hassan Reddick. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Howell, he'll look to throw it. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Big yardage that time for Washington. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw, Howell. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Second and 10, Howell.
Over the middle to Beckham. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
You're grinning. You
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point.
Hey, kill. Hey, kill. Hey, check. Hey, kill.
And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe.
He's got a man complete. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
And Hurts going to move him around.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Going deep here for Watkins. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. That's another touchdown. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what? You have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's toppled the century mark already, receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell.
It's caught. Beckham. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
And now following the completion, and now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet? So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. Howell down to throw it.
That ball's caught. Aguilar right side.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. And Howell will throw it.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
It's Howell with another throw.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
foul, roughing the passer defense.
This is unbelievable.
You see this a lot on corner blitzes because they don't often get a shot at the quarterback, so they want to take it when they can. But this time, the hit came too late. Easy call for the official.
First down, Howell to throw. He'll dump this off to Cook. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put him out there for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Another throw for Howell. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down. On first down, Howell. Throw out wide is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Now Howell. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. He's taken back to the 33-yard line. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they'd hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly